You might not think much about your breakfast. You pour a cup of coffee, toast a slice of bread, maybe grab a banana on your way to the table. And that's it. Breakfast done. But what if that simple routine, that quiet habit you've kept for years, isn't helping you at all? What if it's slowly stealing your strength, tightening your joints, and leaving your legs more tired, more fragile? Every single morning, most people over 60 don't eat the way their joints need. Not because they don't care, but because no one ever told them how much it matters. No one ever explained that your knees, your hips, your ankles wake up hungry too. Hungry for the right kind of fuel. The kind that stops inflammation, fights stiffness, and keeps you moving freely through the day. Instead, you get advice that's vague, confusing, or made for younger bodies. So you go back to what feels normal. Light breakfast, quick meals, coffee instead of food, and each morning your joints pay the price. But that can change, starting today. Because the first 15 minutes after waking are not just about filling your stomach. They are your first chance to feed your strength, to calm your inflammation, to protect the body that carries you through life. So stay with me until the end of this video because the last tip might be the easiest to apply, and it could make your joints feel lighter, your legs more stable, and your whole morning less painful. And if you've ever felt like breakfast just makes you sluggish or does nothing at all, this could be the shift you didn't know you needed. Fix 1. Stop starting with just coffee. It's the first thing many people reach for, before their eyes are even fully open. The comforting warmth of coffee. The smell that feels like a morning ritual. But if you're over 60 and your joints feel stiff or your legs ache by mid-morning, starting the day with just coffee might be part of the problem. Here's why coffee is a stimulant. It gives you a temporary boost, but it also pulls moisture from your cells. It increases cortisol levels, and it delays the delivery of real nutrients. Your joints need to repair after a night of fasting. When you wake up, your body is in a catabolic state. It's looking to rebuild. And if you skip actual food and just sip coffee, you're asking your body to run on stress hormones, not strength. Your cartilage, your ligaments, even the fluid that cushions your knees, depend on hydration and nutrients to restore overnight losses. But coffee without food speeds up loss of joint lubrication and keeps your body in a slightly inflamed state. That doesn't mean you need to give up coffee, but it does mean you need to change the order. Try this instead. Drink a glass of warm water with a pinch of mineral salt the moment you wake. Then have a small protein-rich bite, a boiled egg, a spoonful of Greek yogurt, even a small banana with almond butter. Wait 10 minutes, then enjoy your coffee. This sequence calms your stress hormones, rehydrates your tissues, and gives your joints what they need before caffeine kicks in. It's not about denying yourself your morning joy. It's about protecting your strength before your day even begins. Because coffee can be part of your routine, but it should never come before your body's deeper needs. Are you ready for the second fix? It's something almost everyone overlooks, and it's likely sitting right on your plate each morning. Fix 2. Skip the white bread. Choose anti-inflammatory carbs. Instead, white toast with butter, a soft bagel, or even a plain croissant. They're easy, they're familiar, and for many people over 60, they feel like a gentle way to ease into the day. But these simple breakfast carbs are quietly working against your joints. They digest quickly, spike your blood sugar, then crash it. And that blood sugar roller coaster fuels inflammation in your knees, your hips, and your lower back. You might not feel it right away, but by late morning, your legs feel heavier, your joints stiffer, your balance slightly off. And it's not because you skipped movement, it's because your breakfast created an internal fire. Your body is now trying to put out. White bread products have almost no fiber, no protective nutrients, and no staying power. They tell your body, burn through this fast, and then leave it struggling. Now, here's the fix. Swap that white toast or pastry for something just as comforting but deeply nourishing. Try half a cup of cooked oatmeal with ground flaxseed, or a slice of sprouted grain toast with avocado and a sprinkle of turmeric. Even a small bowl of sweet potato cubes with cinnamon and olive oil. These are carbs your body knows how to use. Slowly, smoothly, with no crash and no burn. They deliver fiber to help with digestion, phytonutrients to reduce inflammation, and steady energy to keep your muscles engaged throughout the morning. If you're dealing with osteoarthritis or have noticed your joints feel worse on some days, changing your breakfast carbs could be one of the most powerful daily choices you make, because it's not about cutting all carbs. It's about choosing the ones that love your joints back. Coming up next, Fix 3 is a common trap, even for people who think they're eating healthy, and it might be sitting in your fridge right now. Fix 3, watch out for hidden sugars in healthy breakfasts. You reach for yogurt, or maybe a fruit smoothie, even that whole grain cereal in your cupboard with the heart symbol on the box. They all look healthy. They sound like good choices. But here's what most people don't realize. Even many healthy breakfast options are packed with added sugars. These hidden sugars don't just raise your blood sugar. They trigger inflammation, especially in your joints. If your knees feel warm or swollen mid-morning, if you feel that dull ache when standing up, this might be part of the reason. Many flavored yogurts have more sugar than a candy bar. Some breakfast smoothies, even the ones with organic or natural on the label, sneak in fruit juice, concentrates, or added syrups. And cereals marketed to older adults? They often rely on sugar to mask the blandness. This kind of breakfast sets your body up for joint stress. It increases insulin spikes and kicks off an inflammatory response that your joints absorb. But don't worry, the fix is simple. Choose real whole foods with minimal processing. If you enjoy yogurt, go for plain Greek yogurt, no flavoring, and add your own berries or cinnamon. If you like smoothies, make your own at home with unsweetened almond milk, a handful of spinach, half a banana, and a scoop of protein powder. Even with cereal, you can switch to steel-cut oats or unsweetened bran flakes and top them with chia seeds or a spoonful of almond butter. These choices do not just reduce sugar. They help your joints stay calm and your energy stay steady. It's not about giving up the flavors you love. It's about taking back control over what enters your body. So, your joints aren't paying for sweetness? You didn't ask for. Fix 4 is one that most seniors forget, even though it happens before you even take a bite of food. Fix 4, stop eating. While standing or rushing around it might not seem like a big deal, you grab a piece of toast, sip your coffee while walking to the door, or munch on something while scrolling your phone. But how you eat matters just as much as what you eat. And for seniors, this habit is quietly working against your joints. When you eat on the move, your body stays in a stress state. The nervous system stays activated, and your digestion gets interrupted, which means fewer nutrients reach your joints and muscles when they need it most. You might be eating good food, but if your body isn't absorbing it properly, you're not getting the full benefit. And when nutrients like magnesium, vitamin D, or omega-3s don't reach your joints, inflammation lingers, muscle recovery slows. And that morning, stiffness stretches out longer than it should. There's also posture to consider. Standing or slouching while eating puts uneven pressure on your spine. And if your back or hips are already sensitive, that small stress can carry through the rest of your day. The fix: sit down, take a breath. Create a moment of calm when you eat. Even just 10 minutes of undistracted eating tells your body it's time to digest, time to repair, time to send support to your joints. Chew slowly. Notice the texture. Let your body catch up with your food. This one change can improve how your joints feel, how your gut absorbs nutrients, and how energized you feel by mid-morning. You're not just eating, you're restoring. And the next fix is one that sounds harmless, but has probably made your morning joints worse without you knowing it. Fix 5. Make protein the star of your morning plate. If you're still treating breakfast like an afterthought, it's time to change the way you see it, especially after 60. Because breakfast isn't just about ending your fast. It's the moment your body decides, are we rebuilding strength today or slipping further away? And the most powerful signal you can send in that moment is protein. Not just because it fuels your muscles, but because it stabilizes your blood sugar, lowers inflammation, and supports every joint that carries you through the day. Think of protein as your body's morning toolkit. Without it, you're walking into your day with no supplies, no raw materials to heal the tissues that worked hard yesterday, no support for the tiny stabilizer muscles in your hips, your knees, your spine. But when you start your day with 15 to 20 grams of clean, digestible protein, your body gets the message. It's safe to repair. It's safe to rebuild. You don't need a massive meal, just something intentional, like boiled eggs with avocado, unsweetened Greek yogurt with flax, or even a protein-fortified porridge. You're not chasing bulk. You're preserving mobility, resilience, confidence in every step. This one habit done daily can turn your breakfast from a routine into a recovery plan. And over time, that's what keeps you standing strong. You might be wondering, can small changes like these really matter? Can a glass of water, a better breakfast, or a different way of getting out of bed truly make your joints feel better? Truly restore a sense of strength and steadiness? Let me share the story of Mr. Raymond Ellis. He's 72 years old, a retired electrician living in a quiet suburb outside of Tulsa, Oklahoma. His wife passed a few years ago, and like many men his age, he tried to handle things on his own. He chalked up the morning stiffness to just getting old. He often skipped breakfast, drank strong coffee on an empty stomach, and rushed to his garage each morning to tinker with tools. By mid-morning, his knees felt tight. His lower back ached, and he started catching himself holding furniture to keep balance. But one afternoon, his daughter forwarded him a video, not unlike the one you're watching now. At first he shrugged it off, but that night he set a glass of warm water on his nightstand, added a pinch of salt, and promised himself he'd try this senior morning fix for 1 week. He started small water first, then gentle stretches while still lying down. He put on his cushioned slippers before walking, and replaced his usual quick coffee with a soft breakfast: eggs, oats, sometimes yogurt. After just 2 weeks, he noticed something. His knees didn't click as much. He wasn't dreading those first few steps. And by the end of the month, he felt steadier, less fragile. Today, he says, "I still have my age, but I'm not surrendering to it anymore." This isn't magic. It's consistency, it's intention, and it's proof that your first hour sets the tone for every hour after. So whether you live in Tulsa or Tampa, whether you're 60 or 85, your body is listening, it's adapting, and it's ready for better habits. If you give it the chance, Let these 5 fixes be your foundation for movement, for confidence, for independence, not just for today, but for the years still ahead. Let us pause for a moment and talk honestly about why these changes feel harder than they look. For many older adults, breakfast is not just a meal. It is a habit wrapped in decades of repetition. You wake up and do what you have always done, not because it is perfect, but because it is familiar. Mr. Raymond from Oklahoma used to say, "At my age, I do not like fuss in the morning." And that is something we hear often. But here is the quiet truth. Most of us are not lazy or careless. We just get comfortable with rhythms we trust. Even when those rhythms no longer serve our health. Maybe you still eat what you used to eat when you were rushing off to work. Maybe you skip food altogether because your appetite changed. Or maybe you rely on toast and coffee because it is quick and you do not have the energy to think about more. These are not signs of failure. They are signs of a life lived in motion and often in service of others before yourself. But now, your body is asking for something different, not drastic, not gourmet, just a little more intention. And here is the good news. Changing your breakfast does not mean throwing away everything you love. It means nudging your routine, adding one small layer of nourishment at a time. Still love toast. Try a slice of sprouted grain with avocado and sea salt. Still prefer coffee. Balance it with a glass of mineral water before the first sip. Not used to eating early. Start with half a banana and a spoonful of almond butter. That is fuel too. Think of these not as restrictions but as ways to say yes, yes to movement. Yes to steadier legs. Yes to afternoons with less pain. Because the point is not to become a health expert. It is to become your own ally. To wake up and say, I am going to help my body today. Not just get through the morning, but strengthen it. Every step of progress starts with permission. Not from your doctor, but from you. So ask yourself, what if tomorrow you chose one small upgrade? Would your joints notice? Would your balance improve just a bit? Would your energy stretch 1 hour longer? This is not a challenge. It is an invitation to turn something you already do, eat breakfast, into one of the most powerful tools for aging well. Now let us take this energy and carry it into our final thought together. And if you made it this far, you are already doing something most people never do. You are paying attention before pain forces you to. You are choosing to act before something is taken away. So take one more small step. Click like if this helped, subscribe if you want more habits like these, and share this with someone who wakes up stiff. Someone who deserves to start their day feeling just a little bit stronger because you are not too old. It is not too late. And this is not the end of what your body can do. It is just the beginning of what happens when you care for it right from the start.